Okay, folks. So we're going deep today.
Deep.
Deep into the world of specialized diets.
Okay.
Specifically, a diet that's been making some noise lately, the speed carnivore diet.
All right.
And full disclosure, when I first heard about this one, I kind of raised an eyebrow. I was like, wait, only meat?
Yeah.
But the conversation we're diving into today is between three keto enthusiasts.
Right.
And they're making a case that speed carnivore might be the next level.
The next level.
Especially for those who feel like they've kind of hit a plateau with keto.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like they're already following a pretty restrictive diet
Totally.
with keto, and they're still like searching for something more.
It's like this never-ending quest for the ultimate dietary hack.
Exactly.
But before we get into the meat of the matter, so to speak,
Okay.
let's just do a quick recap of what keto is all about.
Sure.
Just in case anyone needs a refresher.
Absolutely. So keto, the ketogenic diet is essentially like flipping a switch in your body.
Flipping a switch.
Yeah, instead of burning sugar for fuel, you're burning fat. Oh, wow.
So it's all about drastically reducing your carb intake
Okay.
and increasing your fat intake, which forces your body to produce ketones.
Ketones.
Yeah, these little molecules that your brain can use as an alternative energy source.
It's like you're tricking your body into
Exactly.
becoming a fat-burning machine.
Exactly. And a lot of people on keto report feeling more energetic,
Okay.
less hungry.
Hmm.
But as we hear in this conversation, it's not a perfect solution for everyone.
Right. And that's where this whole speed carnivore thing comes in.
Yeah.
One of the speakers describes it as a total game changer for them,
Hmm.
especially in terms of addressing those energy dips that some people experience on keto.
Interesting.
So essentially what they're saying is speed carnivore takes the keto concept and it just like cranks it up to 11.
To 11? Wow.
We're talking no plant-based foods whatsoever.
Bro.
No more avocados.
Not even leafy greens.
No leafy greens, nothing. It's just meat,
Just meat.
eggs, and healthy fats. That's it.
Wow. They even mention a book.
A book. Yeah. Which I'm guessing goes into all the details of this approach.
So they're claiming all these benefits like unlocking fat loss with speed carnivore.
Unlocking fat loss.
Is there actually any science to back that up?
Well, there are a few things that could be happening here.
Okay.
So first off, protein is super satiating.
Satiating.
Yeah, it keeps you feeling full for longer, which could lead to eating less overall. And then by cutting out processed foods, which are often loaded with carbs and unhealthy fats,
Right.
you're naturally making healthier choices.
Okay, so it might not be the magical meat itself,
Right.
but more about what you're not eating.
Exactly. It's like simplifying your diet
I see.
to a point where you're just naturally consuming fewer calories
Mhm.
and making healthier choices. But of course, more research is always needed
Always needed.
to really confirm those connections.
They also talk about improved digestion
Oh, yeah.
and like insane mental clarity.
Insane mental clarity.
What's the science behind that?
Well, it's true that some people do see improvements in their digestion when they
Okay.
cut out certain food groups.
Because of it.
It could be linked to food sensitivities
Hmm.
that were causing inflammation or discomfort.
But wouldn't just eating meat
Well,
deprive your gut of all the good stuff it needs?
that's the thing. Focusing solely on meat could potentially backfire.
Backfire.
Yeah, because you're missing out on the diverse fibers that your gut microbiome thrives on.
So maybe it's like a short-term win for some,
Possibly.
but not the best long-term solution.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
And what about the mental clarity part?
So some people on very low-carb diets, including keto, do report feeling more focused and alert.
Really?
It could be related to stable blood sugar levels
No.
and those ketones providing a consistent energy source for your brain.
Interesting.
But again, more research is needed to really understand the long-term effects.
Okay.
And whether these benefits are specific to speed carnivore or just come with any very low-carb approach.
One of the speakers also brings up this idea of hidden inflammation,
Hidden inflammation.
even when you're on keto.
That's a good point because it highlights that even restrictive diets can have drawbacks.
Right. Like it's not a perfect solution
No.
just because you're cutting things out.
Exactly. Food sensitivities can be tricky.
Yeah.
Even seemingly healthy foods can trigger inflammation in some.
So it's not as easy as just cutting out all carbs or all plants.
Not really.
It seems like it's all about finding what works for you.
Personalization is key.
Personalization.
Yeah, and that actually brings me to what I found interesting about one of the speakers' enthusiasm for speed carnivore.
Okay.
They kept emphasizing how simple it is.
Simple.
Yeah, no complicated recipes, no calorie counting,
Yeah.
just meat.
I mean, I could see the appeal.
Right.
Like the modern world is just overflowing with dietary information. So having these clear-cut guidelines, even if they're extreme, it could feel very liberating.
I get that. But it's super important to balance that appeal with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Of course.
Just because something sounds simple doesn't mean it's the healthiest approach for everyone.
And we should probably acknowledge that the speakers are, in a way, trying to sell us on this diet.
Yeah, they're presenting it as like the solution.
The solution.
To problems that even keto can't solve.
So where does that leave our listener today?
Where?
We've explored this speed carnivore diet,
We have.
its potential benefits, and its appeal, especially for those who are feeling like they've hit a wall with keto.
My main takeaway would be approach any extreme dietary change with caution.
Caution.
Yeah, and do your research.
If restricting your diet to only meat, eggs, and healthy fats sounds interesting
Or concerning.
or concerning.
It's crucial to understand both the potential benefits and the risks before making any decision.
Good advice.
Because your health is complex.
Very complex.
And what works for one person might not work for another.
Absolutely. So for anyone listening, if this conversation has piqued your interest, definitely do some more digging. Maybe check out that book they mentioned.
The book.
And most importantly, consult with a qualified healthcare professional before making any major changes to your diet.
Always good advice.
All right, folks, that's our deep dive for today.
Until next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.